Hey, BBL Marie. That's how Latrice greeted her. So we are talking about the new season of Belle Collective. Is it season 4 or 5? I forgot. I'm sorry. I didn't look just before I started this video. But we start off with them giving a recap of last season and everything that happened. The last monumental thing I remember is when Glenn and Big Willie got into it at the restaurant. Yeah, that was it. So I don't think Will and Akeisha's coming back this season. And I don't think that JJ and Shantae, aka So Gucci's, coming back this season. Hopefully we see JJ. I like JJ. He's funny to me. I like me some JJ. So we start off with Marie pulling up to Latrice's business. I didn't know you could have a drive-through beauty salon. That's a great business idea. I'm sure she have it where you could open the door, walk in and shop, but after hours, so she closed at 5 o'clock if she want to stay open later. For those, especially on the weekend when the hairdressers got overbooked and they need a product, she have the drive-through beauty salon. So Marie pulled up and Latrice invited her inside. Of course, her, sales lady greeted her and she's like, "Can I talk to your manager?" And she's like, "Girl, come on in the VIP area." So Marie like, "All right, I'm gonna pull up to the back door." And for some reason, I found that to be funny. Marie, your outfit, girl, maybe you should have done it in black. Let me just say it that kind, because one look and it reminded me of Mr. Peanut. I'm sorry, I said it. I'm sorry. That's what it was given to me anyway. But BBL Marie came in and she was chit-chatting with Latrice. She invited her to her 45th birthday party, but Latrice was like, "You know what? The business, the taste, the restaurant is still fairly new. And we have an event that night, so therefore I won't be able to make it." So, Latrice declined. I'm just adjusting a little bit. Yeah. Latrice declined to come to the party. So we leave them there, and then who do we go to? Then I watched it, so I should have rewatched it before I did this video. But I'm jumping all over the place. Oh yeah, we go to Leticia getting a nice romantic evening ready for her hubby Glenn. She's about to give him some massage, so she's sprinkling places with roses. She got her massage oil. Glenn comes in. Yeah, he is loving all this attention. She goes in to give us an update. She said Glenn is back in the gas and oil industry. Not exactly sure what he's doing. I think he's hauling. I think he's doing trucking. And she's still doing all her events. She's about to introduce us to a new couple. I think it's Kiki and Keith or something. I'm sorry, guys. In the second review, I'll give you more details. But she's about to introduce us to a new couple. They talk about, how things have been going. Leticia tells Glenn, "I'm loving having you home every night. You're more involved in your son's life," and so forth and so on. So we leave them there. Then we go over to Selena and Bill. I don't know about that one. Based on what I'm hearing, she's already complaining in the first episode that there is no communication between the two. Mr. William, or Bill as we're going to call him, went out and bought a boat. The man bought a boat. The man also bought a truck. And Selena is letting her know she's already set her wedding day. She set the venue. And this man is buying all these things up. And there's things at the wedding that needs to be paid for. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I know people are all modern day times now. Everybody's doing things differently. But is it the bride's family supposed to pay for most of everything that's going on? Yes, the groom can help. But girl, You're gonna have this man go broke just to pay for a wedding, just to have people come and criticize? If I were you, take your little butt down to the justice of the peace or to the courthouses, put on your white dress, hold your nice bouquet, and say your vows, and then have a party in the backyard for everybody. We are not about to do big things because big things aren't necessary. This is not your first wedding, girl. Just do it nice and neat. Have a party for everybody. Call it a day. The main thing is you are married. You're a married woman now. That's what I say to do. Forget about spending all this money on a big wedding. The man is purchasing things that's going to help the family in the long run. The boat, I don't know about. What are you doing it with? Fishing? Is he selling fish? Or the truck, he's about to put the truck on the road and get back on the road and make some money. But you are making a big deal, in my opinion, about something that really is not to be made a big deal of. Yes, the communication is key. We see where you're in the party and he's telling you he's heading out tomorrow, and you're like, you never told me. You never. He's like, yes I did, you weren't listening. Now the man is trying to make you sound like you have dementia, you're going mad. I believe he didn't tell you that part, girl. I believe he didn't tell you he was leaving. But the communication is a big thing. If you're going into the marriage already in a deficit with that, what is it going to be like further down the line? Does this man even want to get married? Has he ever been married? Does he want to get married again? What's the story behind that? If y'all know, drop in the comments and let me know. What is Bill's story as far as relationship goes? Is Selena his second marriage as well? Because remember, Selena was married to JJ. All right. So now we leave them there. We go see Latrice and Cliff. Oh, Lord. Cliff. Cliff with his sarcastic ass. We go and see Latrice and Cliff at Taste Restaurant. They are trying out a new executive chef, so they're going to go, of course, taste the menu, you know, and see what could be done. And, of course, they like it. So now we greet Amanda. Yeah, that's her name. Amanda is a friend of Latrice, who Cliff also knows. We find out that Amanda has just been recently divorced. She was in a same-sex marriage, and she said her wife was doing the same thing, not communicating and doing her own thing. So she like, all right, you want to do your own thing? You go out there, you do your own thing. You won't be doing it with me, though. So she got a divorce. So Latrice is like, I'm going to bring y'all in our business. What's happening is Cliff is building some suites above the restaurant. And lately he's been staying there and not coming home. So Latrice says sometimes he goes home with her and sometimes he stays. But she wants him to go home every night. So Cliff was like, so I see this is a trust issue. Is that it? And she was like, yeah, because we work with a lot of females. We have a lot of females working at the restaurant. I leave here and go home and you don't come home with me. That's a problem. So Amanda, she listens to Latrice and she gives Cliff some advice. But you know, Cliff not going to hear it. Cliff is going to do his own thing. So we're going to see how this is going to play out. Now, we see Marie. She goes out. Marie's telling us, or she told Latrice in the first clip that she's dating her ex-husband again, Cedric. And she's also dating somebody else, another guy. So Marie is out here, in my opinion, dating like a white girl until she get it right. So we see Marie and Zuri go over to Cedric's house, and she's like, oh my God, some cleaning up needs to be done around here. And they're doing their thing at his house. So Cedric comes in and she's like, you know, I'm having a 45th birthday party. I would like you to come. And he's like, well, I'll see if I could do it. And in the confessional, Marie says, you know what? Him telling me that he may come that's telling me a no. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna invite somebody else. Marie is doing her thing this season, starting off with a bang in the first episode. So now the day of the event is here. And we see everybody comes in. We see the new lady comes in. Like I said, I think her name is Kiki. Forgive me if I don't get it right. And she's like, Just like Akeisha, when Akeisha first met them and they were like, what is going on here? This is giving subpar. I'm not used to this. This needs to be a little bit more upscale. So here we go again. Lord have mercy. So she's like, we are the people. I mean, the food don't look too bad, but we are the people. There was, people, we always tend to come late. And then people started coming in, started greeting each other. The men are greeting each other. Of course, remember I said Latrice and Cliff couldn't make it. So whoever was there came in. And then we see Marie enter. She's the guest of honor, of course. Beautiful dress Marie had on. I love that silver shimmer. She was doing her thing. Like I said, in the first clip, Marie, that bodysuit should have been in a different color, because you do have the shape. You just need to put on the thing that's going to break it out and flatter it. But her dress was beautiful. I guess the theme was red, black, and white. And but she came in silver, so it was really looking good. Then she greeted everybody. She gave everybody a hug and a kiss, whatever. They chit-chatting. And then we didn't see them, but the folks in the party saw Marie's other guy come in. Of course, Cedric was already there. Then we see him come in and everybody's face just dropped, because apparently the ladies met him over the Christmas holidays. So they're seeing him again for the first. I think his name is Martin. And Martin is Caucasian. Yes, Marie is swirling. She is doing the swirl out here. So Martin comes in and I'm like, who this little guy? He's so cute. So then she goes over and she greets him and everything. Of course, I forgot who introduced Cedric to Martin. I think it was Leticia. She introduced Cedric to Martin. They shook hands and they were chit-chatting for a while. But of course, the ladies, as you know how we are, we gonna try and start some shit. So we have Kiki, I think that's her name, the new lady, is questioning Martin. Like, Martin, so you have kids? How many? He tells them, like, where are they? They're with them. They're with my wife. They went back to Germany, because apparently he's from Germany. He just moved here a couple of years ago. So Kiki's like, oh, so you are still married? And he's like, ex-wife. He's like, well, it must be recent, because you said wife without really realizing it. So he's like, ex-wife. So now Marie comes over and Kiki's questioning Marie in the confession, like, Harper, who this woman is? I don't know this woman to be hard for me, asking me all these questions. And then Marie was like, you know what? Let's just party. Let's just have a good time. And that they did. They had a wonderful time at Marie's 45th birthday party. Happy 45th birthday. Happy birthday, Marie. That's what I'm trying to say. Happy birthday to you, Marie. All right, now the party is over. And I think the last scene of the episode is where we have Latrice go and visit Amanda at her salon. Amanda is a stylist, and Latrice goes to visit her. Then we see Tambra. Tambra comes in and they were like, what you doing here? Tambra's like, Prada is just down the street from here. I'm like, oh shit, okay. Okay, Tambra, you drop your word for us. Go ahead, girl. I see you got a new car too. What happened to the what was it you had? A Maybach or a Lambo or something like that? You switched out for a Mercedes. All right, girl, I hear you. I hope you're enjoying your baby. It's cute little baby. And Amanda goes to tell him, Glenn has been in my DM. I'm like, oh, no, Glenn. You told Leticia that you're going to behave yourself and you out here in other people's DM. So the ladies were, let me see. Let me see. And then it ended with, I can't believe Glenn is in your DM. What is he doing? She's like, I'm just going to entertain him. I like my men ugly, and Glenn is girl. Glenn is not ugly. Believe you me, Glenn is a nice chocolate man. He is not ugly, so I don't know what you're talking about. So she's like, I'm gonna entertain him for a while because that's how I like my men. And then she goes, oh, you see me, and then you see who he's married to. I'm like, Lord have mercy, we are about to start some mess. because you know one of them ladies are gonna go back and it's gonna get back to Leticia and Glenn and it's gonna pop off. So first episode, we just getting reacquainted with everybody. I want to see, it look like this is gonna be Marie's season, because I want to see how Marie is gonna navigate these relationships with these two men. She said, remember back in the days when certain cultures are allowed to have multiple wives? Why can't it be the other way around? Why can't I, as a woman, have multiple husbands? She was telling this to Cedric. Cedric was like, none of that shit. Not over here. So I don't know if Cedric gonna stick around. I don't see Marie lasting very long with Martin. She's just getting his feet wet in the dating pool in Jackson, Mississippi. But I'm curious to know more about Kiki and her husband. And I want to see how Marie is going to navigate these relationships. I want to see what Leticia is going to do with Glenn. I'm looking forward to more of Cliff's sarcastic remarks. And I'm looking forward to Latrice giving all these ladies nicknames. I'm like, how should be coming up with these nicknames for these people? I don't know. So yeah, we're getting introduced to a couple more people. I believe, yeah, Akeisha did say on a live last year that she would not be back. Maybe it's just for the season. And as far as JJ, I know he lost his mom. And so Gucci, don't know if they'll be coming back. But, you know, we're here to watch. We're here to review. We are here to see everything. So that's just the first episode of this season. I'm going to review all the episodes, so make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Also, shameless plug, make sure that you go down in the description and click on my Shopify store, Touch Me Textures. We sell women's and men's clothing and accessories and shoes as well. So go down and check it out and buy something for yourself and your significant other. Until next time, be sure to take care of yourselves and your families. Bye-bye. Tired of the same old styles? Ready to make waves with your wardrobe? Welcome to Touch Me Textures, where bold meets beautiful and every piece is designed to turn heads. Our collections are all about textures that feel as good as they look. From flowy dresses to eye-catching accessories, we've got everything you need to express your style your way. Find pieces that speak to you for every vibe, every adventure. And the best part? Our site makes it easy to shop and easy to fall in love with everything. So why wait? Dive into style that's uniquely yours at touchmetextures.com. Feel fabulous, look unforgettable. Click the link in the description to check out all we have to offer.